From WLWT, this is Issues.
Hello, welcome to Issues. I'm Jan-Michele Lemon Kearney of Sesh Communications and the Cincinnati Herald. We have a lot going on today. A little later, Michael has a great idea for you about learning to make jewelry and crafts. It's not just for kids, for adults. It's going to be fabulous. You definitely want to hear that interview. Also, we're going to talk about financial stress and what to do to prevent it, especially during the holidays. First, we're going to talk about something that's really relaxing and fun and free. And it is the Friends of the Cincinnati Herald Holiday Concert, and we have the creator, Mr. Robert L. Humphreys, and Sharon King, who is the everything person. She's producer, she's writer, she's the everything person, right? I don't even know if you have an official title. Do you have a title?
I do. I'm a brand and lifestyle strategist.
Okay, brand and lifestyle strategist, which doesn't even begin to describe all the stuff that she does. But
you're so right, Jan, Michelle. First, I'd like to thank you for having us on.
Thank you.
So we can, share with the community the fifth annual holiday musical concert.
Yes, and I just want to say, people don't want to miss this because a few years we had Tyshawn Colquitt.
Oh, sure we did.
And everybody knows he's on The Voice.
He was one of the finalists on The Voice.
Right.
Most recently, and of course,
he got chosen by Jennifer Hudson.
Yeah, Jennifer Hudson. So he's a dynamic young man, but we have an outstanding lineup. This year's event will be hosted by the Word of Bishop Bobby Hilton's and the Word of Deliverance Church. We'll host our event on Saturday, December the 22nd.
Yep, Saturday, December 22nd.
From 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. And it's, like you said, it is a free event.
It's a free event, free for the whole family.
Free for the whole family.
Refreshments.
Oh,
yes.
yes.
There'll be some prizes. We have some giveaways from Playhouse in the Park.
We have some prizes to give away, and we also have some tickets. Prizes are going to be given away for the King's production, King movie production.
Yeah,
production.
Cincinnati King at Playhouse.
Cincinnati Kings and Playhouse.
Fabulous. And other things coming up too.
Yeah, sure.
So we have some other prizes coming up.
There's some other prizes coming up as well. And I'd like to make knowledge of some of our entertainers, if I could, that we got performing.
Let's
we got Cincinnati's own, Ed Sachs Thomas, along with Lakeisha Kiki Ely, vocalist and Jazz Renaissance Band, Bishop Todd O'Neill and the Cincinnati Mass Choir, Ron Avant, guitarist, Cynthia Shopshaw, vocalist, Mr. Tim Moore, musician and vocalist, and of course, Miss Jayla Boat, Miss Black Teen Cincinnati 2018, and Bridget Schooler Davis, Miss Black Cincinnati 1981, and your own Wade Lacey, senior vocalist, and of course, Danita Morris, another vocalist. We got a nice, exceptionally great lineup. They're going to be performing, as well as the Word of Deliverance Mass Choir will be performing on that day as well.
It's such a great event to take your family to, and friends. It's totally free.
For everyone.
You just show up at Word of Deliverance, 693 Fresno Drive in Forest Park, and enjoy refreshments, music,
awesome.
Get some prizes.
Yes.
You get to have a family outing.
Yes.
We are asking for, it's free. For we are asking if those in our community, because we are a loving, giving community, would donate a toy that day. And if your name starts with A through L, we're asking for a girl toy, and M through Z, a boy toy.
Okay, so A through L, a girl's toy, and M through Z, a boy's toy.
Yes.
And they should be new and unwrapped.
New and unwrapped, a toy or clothing.
Okay.
And those donations, this is how God works. Those donations will go immediately to children that evening. Reverend Stephen Willer is having an event at the Ivy Senior Center.
Oh, wonderful.
And that involves the seniors giving the toys to the children.
Oh, that's going to be so special. So Reverend Wheeler does the Christmas Village every year, where he's got food and he gives toys away. And so the toys collected at Friends of the Herald concert will go to the Christmas Village that night. Oh, that is wonderful. And so people don't have to bring one, but we're hoping they will.
We want them to come out, fellowship. And what we really want them to know is that this event is for the entire community, all 52 communities, Northern Kentucky, Indiana, Cincinnati. We're living in such interesting, trying times that what better time of year if you're celebrating Kwanzaa, Hanukkah, Christmas, or if you don't have any place to go, we're here for you. We want everyone to come and just enjoy the festivities.
I love it. I love that it's free, and I love that these big name stars are
I forgot to mention our host, again.
Oh, yeah, let's
Our host for the event
Yes.
is Cincinnati's own Curtis Fuller.
Oh, we love Curtis.
Who's one of the founding members of the Friends of the Cincinnati Herald, along with C.
Right.
Smith and Jenny Lassiter, Cleaster Mims,
Right.
Henry Brown,
The
Donald
late Everett
Sherman,
Cork, yeah.
Everett Cork, late Everett
we
Cork,
miss.
you know,
Yeah.
our dearly beloved friend, and of course, P.N. Everson Price for
Yes.
hosting. Dr. Shirley J. Hambler and Angela Grayson.
Oh, wonderful.
You know, are hosting, and of course, our MC for that afternoon would be none other than Shireen King.
Oh, yay! Sharon said, what? I have to do that too?
I didn't know.
She's hosting. I told you she's the everything person.
She's my assistant there.
Yes,
that
yeah,
I do.
she's
Keep
the
telling
everything
Mr.
person.
Humphreys that women aren't
Oh, there-
assistants anymore.
Yeah, there's a picture of Ellis J.
Ellis-
playing his sax up
Ellis
there.
Williams, yeah, playing his sax. These are from last year,
Yeah.
2017. It was hosted at the Hope of
Oh,
Joy.
House of
House
Joy.
of Joy
House
on
of Joy.
Hamilton
Bishop
Avenue.
O'Neill, but Bishop O'Neill's got to bring his choir out.
Bishop O'Neill would be there
Bishop
performing as
Hilton.
well. Yeah,
There he is,
there
right
he is.
there. There's Bishop Todd O'Neill
Bishop Todd
on the
O'Neill.
keyboard.
He'll be back
Yeah.
again. You know, for us.
Wonderful. That is so great.
And the Friends of the Herald, we would like to, you know, to acknowledge the more than 6 decades, you know, of the Cincinnati Herald.
1955.
Yeah,
1960
Herald's been
the
around a
Herald's
long
been so good to
time.
our community over the years, and of
Yeah.
course,
thank
you know,
you.
SAS Communications, you know, has taken the Herald into another dimension, you know, with circulation, and
Digital.
papers in Dayton, Ohio, may I say?
Right.
Dayton, Ohio, as well as is it Indianapolis?
Dayton, Ohio, Northern Kentucky.
Northern Kentucky, Dayton, Ohio,
And
Northern
it's
Kentucky.
multimedia. We always say we're a
It's a
multimedia company.
I
yeah.
noticed that on Facebook and
Right.
internet, you're on the internet, Facebook,
Right.
everywhere. So
Everything's been
not only
rebranded,
Cincinnati,
revamped.
but other people in other cities
Thank
are getting the
you.
news as well. And you're all doing a
Yes.
fantastic job on
Well,
that.
we appreciate all
And-
your support. This concert, December 22nd, 2 to 4.
It's amazing.
Word of Deliverance right
Well,
here,
yeah.
693 Fresno Road. It's free. Bring your family and friends. Come on out.
And the Friends of the Herald will also be there at the Daughters and Daddies Day.
Yeah, January 26th.
January the
that's right.
26th, we'll be out to
tickets on
support that
sale.
event.
All right. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much,
Thank you,
Jan-Michele.
Sharon. Thank you, Mr.
No, thank you
Humphreys.
for having us as
Thank you
usual.
for having us
Oh,
as
you guys
usual
are
there. We're
great.
looking forward to it.
All right, stick with us. Michael will be here to talk about some jewelry making. Woo!
Welcome back. I'm Michael Bobo, and today I get to speak with the lovely Yolanda Evans, the CEO of Uniquely One Jewelry and Crafts.
Good morning.
Good morning. It's good to talk to you today.
Yes, ma'am. I'm glad to be here. Thank you for inviting me.
It's a wonderful thing that you do, because I want people to know how you kind of got started with making jewelry and having your own business.
Yes, I got started about 30 years ago. I went to
Wow.
Catholic school, all, grade to graduation.
Mm-hmm.
And so when it was time for me to wear clothes, clothes out of uniform, and I couldn't afford the jewelry, so I just started making the jewelry.
Wow.
And then after I continued, it got better and better, and people were admiring, and I started classes at the church I attend, Gaines United Methodist Church in Madisonville.
Okay, so when did you start the classes?
About 9 years ago.
And
And it was on Saturdays once a month. And the people that came, some didn't think that they were going to, like it, but then you don't know what you're going to like until you are introduced to it.
And when you were doing the classes, what motivated you? Because jewelry, not everyone's interested in making jewelry. Like, I
Right.
love wearing jewelry.
Right.
But not everyone's interested in making jewelry. So what made you want to teach other people how to make jewelry?
Well, God gives us all a talent. And my talent that God gave me was making jewelry. And you also, it said that you're supposed to share. So when I share, there's those who wants to make jewelry and find that they like it. And then when I came to those who didn't, then that's when the other craft part came in. So we started doing other craft items along with jewelry.
Now, when you were doing that, did you have your own business at that time?
No, I didn't. I was just still making for myself. And then this past May, I was able to open up my studio at New Prospect. Sorry about that.
That's okay.
Yeah, so now I have the space where I can, have other people come into me and, give the classes. And also they're able to, if they see things that I made, they're able to purchase there also.
And I like the name of your company, Uniquely One.
Yes, I don't like to be wearing the same thing as everybody else. I want to stand out. And there's a lot of people out in the world who wants to stand out. So in my designs, you might see the same beads, but there's never a duplication. So that's what makes it uniquely one.
I like that. Never a duplication.
Right.
You're going to have your own piece of custom-made jewelry.
Correct.
And that's amazing. Now, when you became an entrepreneur, one of the courses I think you took was with the Greater Cincinnati Micro Enterprise Initiative, correct?
Yes. I saw that they were having classes. So I took a class that they had in Madisonville. And then for some of those were able to get a scholarship. So I was one of those who got a scholarship to do the Ice House entrepreneurship program. And it teaches you that it's a mindset. And then a lot of people think you have to have money to start a business, but we come to find out that you don't have to have money. You have to start with what you have. And so with me making crafts and jewelry I already had some things that would, get me started.
And one of the things that you learned in the class, what was the biggest tip you found that helped you create and branch out to have your own studio?
Well, it's also, we're solving a problem.
Okay.
So we're coming up with a solution to offer, well, for me to offer that you can make things yourself and to wear, or, to decorate your home or wherever, or just make and give it as gifts.
Okay, and some of the jewelry you do is like, what do you call the piece, one of the pieces we're looking at right here?
That piece is a plastic piece that I dipped in paint. I designed the paint pattern on a wax piece of paper, and I dipped it in that and then pulled it back up and let it dry. And that's what the design came out with. And then I added the beads to go with it. And this bracelet is a memory ride bracelet. So it's multi-strands. And then I just added the colors and then the metal pieces. And those metal pieces are buttons. So anything with holes you can make jewelry out of.
I like that. So any piece, if I find a piece at home or like I can bring pieces in and create my own piece of maybe memorabilia that I have from my family as a family heirloom or something.
Right. And then if it doesn't have holes, there's ways that we can put things on there, put holes in it or whatever, and then you'll have a piece.
Now, you said that they can find you at New Prospect?
Yes, I'm at room 215. The phone number is area code 513-903-4101.
Okay, give us the number one more time.
513-903-4101.
And what's one of the days that people can come in by appointment?
They can come in. I'm there Thursdays all day from 9 to 6. And you can also set times, make an appointment, like you said, you can call. And for next year, I'm working on scheduled classes. And then also, if you just like the call, and then you can just make an appointment. You don't have to wait for my, time to come out, but you can just call and schedule to come on in.
Well, I know, I'm a fan of your work, and I usually get a couple pieces. I come in, I'm going broke dealing with you. However, I like the fact that you have the space. It's a beautiful location.
Thank
you. I like the fact that you teach.
Yes.
Because I want to learn how to grow and build other people, and maybe someone else might find their passion as jewelry.
Right, and that's what I'm here for.
I
so
love
you can
that.
give me a call, come by, and I'm here to work with you and find out what your talent would be.
I love that. Thank you so much for being with us today, and continue to be uniquely you.
Yes, ma'am.
And
Thank you.
I want everybody to go to Uniquely One Jewelry and Crafts.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Yolanda. We'll be right back with Jan-Michele Lemon Kearney.
Okay, here's something people really don't like to talk about during the holidays. We have got to talk about financial stress because we tend to overspend, go beyond our budget, and then when January 1st comes around and those bills come, we are just feeling terrible. So let's change that game. All right, we're here with Al Riddick, and he is president of Game Time Budgeting, and we're going to talk about financial stress over the holidays, right?
Yes, we are. Yes, we are.
I mean, so how, what's the first step here? What's the first step before we get into financial stress? I mean, it's still early in December. Mm-hmm. Some of us have already gone beyond our budgets, but let's say we haven't. What do we do?
Well, one of the first things you want to do so far as preparing emotionally and financially for the holidays is to just sit down and write a plan.
Write a plan.
A lot of us may have a certain number of individuals that we need to purchase gifts for, so why not write a list down, whether it's Bob, Joe, Sarah, whomever,
right,
and write a dollar value beside that name, because one of the things that I've discovered is that when you give your money purpose and direction, it will not misbehave. And the whole point of that plan is to make sure that people don't overspend and then force themselves into what I call post-holiday misery.
Right, right. So I love that. So we give our money a purpose and a plan.
That is correct.
We're going to make a list of all the people we need to get gifts for. We're going to put a dollar limit on those gifts. And it doesn't say that's what the person is worth. It's just saying this is our budget.
Exactly. And if we wanted to take it one step further, what could you do to gift someone the gift of time? So just as an example, you may give someone a coupon for an evening meal, so to speak, that you prepare at their home. You could also give someone a coupon for a free night of babysitting, something like that. My wife recently gave me a coupon for one session to help me better organize my email.
Isn't that great? Oh, and that's so special.
These
and
are
you
all
can make it look really pretty and wrap it up.
And they cost nothing.
That's right. Just like our holiday concert, we were talking about maybe looking for opportunities like that. For my family, I'm taking them out to a church to cook dinner Christmas morning.
I love it.
This is going to be a family gift that, something we can do together. It'll be fun. We're giving to someone else. So
definitely.
Yeah.
And when you think about it, I know the holidays can be a time of a very stressful time for some individuals.
Right.
But think about doing something for someone else. Maybe you want to volunteer at a soup kitchen. Maybe you want to give your time just helping other individuals, whether you're purchasing like coats or giving away canned food. So my wife and I, we recently adopted a couple of families and things of that nature.
Oh, that's so
but
wonderful.
Whenever you're doing something for someone else, it kind of helps you take the focus off yourself. And at the end of the day, most people do feel better giving away.
It makes the holiday so much more
exactly.
fun. Oh my goodness.
That is true.
So now, okay, what if we have already overspent and we're in financial stress right now? Maybe not even from the holidays, but just from the year. What do we do?
If you have already overspent, I always tell people just to take a step back and think about what behaviors have I exhibited that allowed me to get in this position. Okay, that's one of the questions most people don't like to ask themselves.
Right, how did I get here?
Exactly, but once you do that, start to think about what are one or two behaviors that you can implement today that will positively impact your financial future in a good way. So all of that, I think it does start with having a plan.
Right.
And sometimes we do need to take a step back and look at, we know that Christmas, for example, it happens on the same day year after year. So we do have 12 months advance notice.
Right.
So as an example, if you spend $600 a year at Christmas time, why not start 12 months in advance and start saving $50 a month, because that will make that situation a lot less stressful when Christmas time comes around.
But here's the thing. Maybe we don't need to save because we've got credit cards.
Ooh.
We can just use those credit cards and not worry about it. What do you think?
This is what I say about credit cards. Sometimes they allow you to buy things you don't need with money you don't have to impress people you don't like. However, if you've already overspent on credit cards, think about this. When you spend with the credit card, you are purchasing some of the most expensive money you can buy. For example, the average credit card debt these days, average credit card interest rate is about 15%. So that is a very expensive money. And if you find yourself getting that bill in the mail and you can't pay it off in full, that's a signal that there is something wrong with your financial system in your respective household.
And you said 15%, but sometimes at the stores, it's even more. And so I'm telling you, every time I go somewhere and check out, they're like, are you using our, name a store card?
Exactly.
And I'm like, no, because I don't have your card. And they're like, oh, well, you can fill it out. You get 10% off today.
Definitely.
But isn't the rate something like 24, 25? It's huge.
A lot of times, the credit card interest rates can be astronomical. And most people don't do this, but at the time you're asked by that salesperson, if you sign up for this card, you can get 10% off. A lot of times if you ask for the manager, you can still get the 10% off without even signing up for the card.
Really? So what do you say? May I speak to the manager, please?
Exactly.
Okay.
Because at the end of the day, retailers are in business to move product.
Right.
So if most managers do have the liberty to give you a 10% discount, so why not ask for it?
Right. And if even if you don't ask for the manager, just say no. Like, no, I don't want that 10% discount because that means I'm going to be overspending tomorrow with this same card.
Definitely.
So we're just going to say no to all those offers for cards,
Exactly.
right? And so what do we do planning going forward? I know we have to wrap up. Jeff is saying we've got 1 minute. What do you think about going forward for the new year in
Going
terms
forward
of
for the new
getting out
year,
of debt?
so far as getting out of debt, obviously come up with a realistic plan. So far as number one, establishing an emergency fund. We all know that things will happen in our lives that we don't expect. It's going to take money to fund that expense. Also, if you know that you're going to take a vacation, why not put some money away every month in a savings account? But last and certainly not least, I always tell people, make sure you know your savings rate from last year. And if you're going to get a raise or an income tax refund, why not bump that up a little bit? Because at the end of the day, you have 100% control over how much money you save.
Okay, so we're going to get out of debt. First we're going to make a written plan. We're going to get out of
Exactly.
debt, and we're going to save.
That is correct.
And then we're going to call Al with game
You
time
can call-
budgeting.
That
So
is
okay, Al,
correct.
give us your number real fast.
That telephone number is 513-813-3275.
And Jeff said do it one more time.
That number again is 813-3275, area code 513.
Game time budgeting, and then we're going to give them your website. They could just go to WLWT.com.
Okay.
Okay, we're going to make this a different year in 2019, and we're going to start now. Stick with us. We'll be back in just a moment. So Michael Bobo has some events you won't want to miss.
First up, we have the African American Chamber's Holiday Party, Thursday, December 13th, 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. at the Great American Ballpark, Handlebar Lounge, free for members. For more information, call 751-9900. Next up is the high school violinist Maxwell Fairman in concert, Saturday, December 15th at 6:30 p.m. at First United Church of Christ, 5808 Glenview Avenue. And last up, we have African American Chambers Networking Exchange, Thursday, December 20th from 5:30 p.m. to 7 p.m. Mardi Gras on Madison. Best catfish in town.
Oh, yeah.
$10 fee to get into the event. The number is 751-9900.
And I think Vice Mayor Christopher Smitherman is a speaker there. And
Yes.
actually, like an hour before, Patrice Borders is doing a workshop at Mardi Gras on emotional intelligence and how to be a leader in your industry.
That's
so that's
amazing.
that's going to be great. I can't wait to hear her. 751-9900. Hey, Daddy-Daughter Dinner Dance tickets are on sale. The dance is January 26th at Duke Energy. Go to eventbrite.com and just look for the Cincinnati Herald. We want you to have a great week. Stay safe and stay positive.